recorded.
Hello. Yeah, hi guys. Am I audible? Yeah, okay. I can see the chat. Yeah, hi guys. How are you? So this is a doubt class, right? Yeah. Okay, so we will be starting in a minute. Let's wait 1 minute or 1 or 2 minutes for rest of the class to join, right? And then we will be starting with today's session. Okay, so yeah, I guess I believe I'm audible, right? So yes, let's start today's class, right? A bit introduction about the doubt session and a bit about me. Firstly, let me introduce myself. My name is Jasmeet Singh. I will be taking your doubt session for the module one. Right, I'm a final year student at Delhi Technological University. I'm pursuing my bachelor's in software engineering. Right. Apart from data structures, my main field of work is web development using the MERN stack, that is React, Express, Node, and MongoDB. That is my primary technology apart from data structures that I work on. I have done a couple of internships in past, naming Celebrity School and WebCube. So yeah, that's a bit about me, right? Okay, so now a bit about the doubt class, right? In doubt class, you guys will be getting assignments, right? We will be discussing the solutions to those assignment in the classes. The doubt class will be conducted 5 days a week, right? From 10 to 11, probably. Okay, so the main focus of the doubt class is to solve the assignments together so that you guys can learn how to basically approach a problem, how to basically read the problem description, break the problem statement, go with the problem description to basically reach a desired solution. Sounds good? Okay, any doubts you guys have, like any query you have to basically clear out? Yeah, I'm open to all your doubts, right? Okay. Why less people here? See, this doubt sessions are for the particular batches only, right? In main teaching class, we have like a clubbing of several batches, so the population there is much higher than the doubt session. Doubt sessions are for your advantage so that you can interact with the instructor, learn from him. Basically, whatever you are taught in the main class, you will be learning to implement that knowledge in the doubt sessions. Okay. Yes. Yeah, we have a single batch that is 24D. Yeah, I believe it's a D batch. Yeah. Also, I would like to congratulate you all guys to making it to the main batch, right? I guess many of you will be starting your journey first time with the coding, right? Can I get a yes or no in the chat whether how many of you are from non-CS background? Okay, so please write yes if or you can write your background, right? Yeah, mechanical, I can see civil, BBA, IT. Okay, so we have a mixture of several backgrounds, right? So the main thing is we will be having a such pace so that everybody gets a benefit out of it, right? I believe like the non-CS background people will be requiring much more attention that any IT background person, right? So if you guys are feeling the pace is low, right? So don't worry, we will be catching up with the pace. Initially, the pace of the classes will be slow so that you guys have a good stronghold on the basics, right? Cool. Okay. One more thing is key. See, the majority, the main major class will be in English, right? If you guys are comfortable with Hindi, I will be switching in both like Hindi and English. So if there is any point of time you are not able to understand what I'm saying in any of the language, you can just pin a message to me. I have a constant eye on the messages. Apart from this, in my class, I highly appreciate you guys interacting as much as possible, right? It's not a main class where the instructor teaches and you just guys are just making the notes. No, this class is an interactive class so that me and you can indulge together and solve a problem, right? Because that's the best way you can learn, right? Seeing someone code is not going to make that much of a benefit for you, right? In my class, you can unmute yourself at any time. You can ask doubts, a number of doubts, right? So I believe, sir, will you only take all doubt class for this module? Yes, as of now, I will be taking the classes for this current module, that is module one, right? After like when this module one is completed, you guys will be going through a test screening process, and then based on your scores, you will be promoted to the next module, right? So this is module one where you will be getting to know the basics of the coding, right? Okay, so SK Prajapati is asking comfortable in Hindi. Yeah, see, guys, I will be trying to basically communicate in both, right? What I have observed previously is key language should not be the barrier of your understanding, right? Okay, so yeah, guys, see, we have a mixture of like every people from many backgrounds, North Indians, South Indians. So I guess keeping some language that is understandable with the majority is a benefit. If you guys face any sort of doubt in English, I will be communicating the concepts in Hindi as well, right? तो ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ इंग्लिश में क्लास होगी, हिंदी में भी होगी, राइट? आपको किसी भी लैंग्वेज में कभी भी डाउट आता है, आप अनम्यूट करो, बोलो कि सर नहीं समझ आ रहा, दोबारा करेंगे, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. Okay. Uh, okay. The main thing is ki just be on time with the class, right? 10 it will be starting. So yeah, the link will be started by 10. I give you a buffer of let's say 2 minutes because I know the main class is from 8 to somewhat about 10. Am I correct? The main class runs from 8 to 10, right? Yeah, so that's why I also understand like jumping from one class to another class is not that much easy. So don't worry about it. Just make sure keep by 10 to you guys are able to reach, right? 2 minutes of buffer is, I believe, a good thing, right? Sounds good. So shall we start with the first class? Are you guys excited? Yes. Okay. So yeah, let me just share my screen once. Okay, let me just share my screen. Just give me a sec, guys. All right, please let me know if my screen is visible. Right, please let me know. Okay, cool. Yeah, guys. So you can see we have like assignments. You can find assignments in the module tab, right? So the first assignment that I would like to cover is the pretty basics. That is these three problems that I want to discuss as of now, right? Any one of you has tried these problems can let me know, right? How many of you tried, right? Please write tried, anything, done. Okay, so done. Okay, so did you guys tried this problems on your own or was this covered in the main class? Own. Assignment completed, sir. Okay, cool. No worries. Own. Okay, cool. Right. As taught in pre-course. Okay. So yeah, I guess let's then just quickly have a look at the solutions, right? If that is required, so after that we can jump to the next assignment. Right? Because there might be some people who were not able to complete it. Okay, so yeah, someone has raised his hand. Weiner. Yeah, if you have anything, please unmute yourself. Okay, so Sam, Weiner, anything you guys have to say? Okay. Okay, so sir, I have written correct code after four or five attempts, but till that time test cases are showing failure to be. Okay, so we can discuss that at the end. Guys, see, doubt session is for solving the assignments mainly, right? If you guys are facing any sort of personal doubts, it is highly recommended that you go with the personal one-on-one doubt sessions where you will be getting one-to-one interaction and you can clear your doubts, right?
Yes, sir. Anita.
In the doubt class, we will be generally looking
Hello.
or trying to solve the majority of the
Samson.
problems.
Yes, I have done, sir.
Okay. Uh, yeah. Sorry. So yeah, let's have a look at the star problem, right? Solving assignment. Okay. So yes. So how did you guys try to solve it, right? How did you guys try to solve it? What was the approach that you tried? Anyone in the chart, like you can like name like using loops, for loops, switches, anything, what was taught in the pre-course? Direct print. Okay, direct print. SOP. Okay. All right. So I believe they basically taught you to directly print on the first line single star, second line 3 stars, fourth line 5 stars, right? Simply printing by right. Yes. Okay. So yeah, let's have a look at it in a different way, right? So that you guys can learn how to make it dynamic. Okay. Are you guys familiar with looping? Like, is looping covered? It is easy. Not yet. Not yet. Okay. Not yet. Can do also by using loop. SOP in both. Yeah. So I believe basically they told you this thing. SYS system dot out dot print ln, right? That is a single star for the first row, right? Now I can basically select the same statement and replicate it 3 times. This time I need 3 stars followed by 5 stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So is my code correct, guys? Is my code correct? Yes. Okay, let's try. Let's try. Let's try and run it. Little zoom, sir. Okay, cool. I guess it is. Yeah, I guess now it is. All right, guys. So see, in my class, what I aim to basically teach is not just the things that is taught to you. I basically give you the taste of several approaches that you can use to basically solve the problem, right? Because that is where you can like develop the knowledge. Okay. Okay, so looping is not covered, but we can solve this using looping also. If you guys are interested in seeing the looping solution, let me know. I can show you that solution as well, right? Yes. Okay, interested. Yeah. See, this was the first approach, right? What is the drawback of this approach? This approach basically gives me only the desired output that is specified, right? What if I need to do it in, let's say, n number of times, right? We in programming we generally don't write the code for a specific use case, right? In programming we tend to write the code for several use cases from ranging from 0 to n, right? 0 से n के लिए सारे cases होने चाहिए. So let's talk. What is the n in this part, right? Let's talk about n. In this, let's say in this question, n is the number of lines or number of times, right? We have 2D n's. That is number of lines, right? And the number of prints. Cool. Okay, so we can do this. We can have a statement, we can have a scanner in which we can have basically 2 for loops. That is, uh, let's say for int I is equals to 0, I is less than n, or basically in this case 3, I plus plus. All right, if you guys are not familiar with looping, this is the for loop. For loop is basically to uh, used to repeat a statement several times, right? What is this statement saying? Ki initialize an integer in int I starting with 0 value, move the I till I is less than 3. It's a numeric value 3. So what are the possible values of I? It is 0, 1, and 2, right? We have set a condition that I should be less than 3. So what are the values starting from the initial value till the condition? It is 0, 1, 2, right? 3 is not counted because it's not an equality case, it's a lower case, right? Okay, so and third argument is the basic increment. Third argument is increment. All right. Cool. Why are we taking I is less than? Okay, see. Yeah, in programming, the general trend is that Java is a zero-based indexing programming, right? Further going ahead with the course, you will be encountering something as arrays, right? Let's talk about arrays if you guys are interested. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. Array is a collection of similar data sets, right? I hope data types are taught in the main class, right? We have primary data types: integer, floats, doubles, right? Booleans, right? Apart from that, we have a user described data type. This is the array, right? Yes, it's a non-primitive data type. It's a user defined data type. Okay, first thing. Now, array is a collection of similar objects. Now in Java, what do we have is indexing. What is the index of the first element? It's 0. What is the index of second element? It's 1. Continuing the pattern. See, we had the values, 4 values, but the indexes of those values were 0, 1, 2, 3, right? This is something that is the concept of Java programming. Basically, that's why it is said to be a zero-based indexing, because the starting value of any element in an array or the starting index is 0, right? So generally, we as a programmers have a habit of starting the value I from 0, going till the n minus 1. What is n? N is the length of the array, right? Okay. Now, just to suit the concept as of now, I can basically tell I is less than equal to 3. Now, what is this saying me? Start from 1, right? In a for loop, first statement is initialization and second statement is conditional check. Third is increments. Cool? Now, okay. So I hope this part is clear, right? Let's quickly have a look. So what is this thing? This is basically telling me, okay, so now I have to write something in between this for loop that will run 3 times. 1, 2, 3, right? Line 12. Okay. See, for loops is something that is not covered in your, let's say, main course, right? See, what is loop? Okay, so loop is something. Okay, let's try to understand it. If you guys are not able to understand it, it's just basically giving you some extra knowledge before the class starts, right? So that when the class is, you are good with it. See, for is a looping keyword, right? Used with the brackets. In these brackets, we have 3 separate statements separated by the semicolons. What is the first statement specify, right? See, the general pattern of the for loop is something like this. This is a valid for loop, right? The first half or the first part of the for loop is the variable that we are going to use for iteration. What is iteration? Going over the values one by one, right? So let's say int I is equals to 1. This is a declaration, right? First part is used for declaration of the iterator that we are going to use. Second part is for the conditional check. We are doing some sort of a looping, basically running some statement n number of times. But what is the limit? How many times do we need to write, right? We can't write infinite times, right? So just to prevent the infinite looping, the second part is condition. Okay. What is condition? We have a condition of, let's say, I is equals to I is less than or equal to 3. What does this mean? Okay, starting from initial value, I is equals to 1, continue till the current value of I is less than or equal to 3. Okay, so initialization and condition, but you can see I needs to increment also, right? We need to somehow change this so that this I passes the maximum limit. So I plus plus, that's what is happening, right? Updation. Now after this, I can have an internal for loop also. So it was not a good idea, I believe, to basically jump into the for loops, right? Rather, let's, right, it might make this thing much more confusing, right? Okay, no worries. If you guys are interested, so let me just quickly this. Okay, just give me a second. This lesson. Okay, so I believe for loops are not clear, so there is no point in discussing it, right? So yeah, first problem I believe is you guys can stick with this solution, right, as of now, right? That is something I believe it's good. Okay, so past, right? This goes past. So let's try and submit it. Past. All right, cool. So let's go to the second problem, right? 5-star problem. Now again, which approach was used? Direct printing? In this problem also, direct printing, system, this is system dot out dot print, right? Print ln, I believe. Initially, I need 5 stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Now after this, simply copy this, make it a single star, right? 5 stars, 5 verticals, 5 horizontal. 1. Okay, so let's basically control C, V, control V, control V, control V. Right, guys, is the code correct? Let's try and run it. Put space in line 9. Okay, so we need a spacing. Okay. Any one line approach? Yeah, for this one line approach is using for loop, right? But for loop is not as per covered. So yeah, we will be discussing it, no worries, right? But as of now, rushing to for loops is not that of a good idea, I believe, because many people will feel like they are not getting it. So let's keep it with the pace of it. Okay. The last problem that is remaining is welcome to Java. Now, sir, it is doesn't showing scores. Scores. I'm not like, it's also my first time with the portal. I'm not like that sure how it's supposed to show the score, even if we complete. Okay, so yeah, can you just unmute yourself and let me know what is exactly that you are specifying key score is not visible?
Sir, when you will complete the code now, on this there are 3 questions. So there are
Yeah.
written like could you please go to the previous one?
Yeah, sure. Just give me a sec. Yeah.
Yeah, and here you are getting for the first question you are getting 10 points, and for the
Yeah.
second question you are getting 0 point.
Okay,
That's
so
it.
it's, yeah. Okay, so 0, that basically means we are doing because of 1 space followed by 5 vertical stars. Print 5 horizontal stars separated by 1 space followed by 5 vertical stars. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Everything will be
1, 2,
fine, sir,
3,
but it doesn't
4,
showing
5.
any score.
Okay.
Yes, sir. For me also like that only it is showing.
Even we completed it, but still it
Uh-huh.
doesn't. It's showing no score.
Okay, so did you communicated this to your batch manager?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so please let me know who is your batch manager.
Priya ma'am.
Priya ma'am is your batch manager. Okay, cool. So see
Madam
guys,
said
what is
that
happening?
you don't worry about the scores.
Yes.
You just learn the codes. Yes, sir.
See, what has happened is earlier we used to have a different website, right? It's a completely new platform. It's in initial development phase, right? I won't say initial development phase, but yes, some issues are there. We are always consistently trying to solve it. Whenever you like encounter such a bug, please report it directly to your batch manager, right? Because he's the one who can communicate with the internal team, right? Also,
Okay,
if
fine,
you
sir.
are not getting the scores, don't worry about the scores, right? Because I believe scores is not that important. It's basically important to solve, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Ever if you face any sort of doubt, you can just come to the doubt session class. You can have a communication. I will be letting you know what is the error, right? So I can do that at my end. But whenever you face any issue, just let your batch manager know about it. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. So yeah, can we look into this? Okay, for personal doubts, let's say let's have separate 5 to 10 minutes at the end of the class where we can like take your personal doubts. Okay, but in the meantime, let's figure out the main problem. Okay, so welcome to the Java course. In this, you will learn how to print hello words in the standard layout. Okay, so complete the inside of the body. Because I believe this shouldn't be that of a problem for you guys, considering the previous 2
Yes,
problems.
sir. It was very easy.
Yes. See, these 3 problems were basically there to let you guys have a taste of Java, right? how standard input output works, right? Which calculate the score. Yes, there is test cases of based on which you guys get a score, right? Time and space complexity. Yes,
Sir,
there
why
is.
we are printing ln at the end of the print?
Okay, so you are basically asking ln, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
See, in Java we have two sort of print statements, right? The first one is, let's say, this thing, right? Okay, so let me just show you through this. The first one is ln that you can see on the screen. The second is print, right? If I print, let's say, hello. Now what is going to happen, right? Is
It shows
ln
besides the hello Java.
l sorry,
It shows
can you
besides
say
the Java.
besides the Java? Yeah,
I
okay,
think
I
if
got it. I got it. So see, no, it won't be that case. It won't show like beside the Java. ln basically prints the statement first, then moves the printing cursor to the next line, right? So what will happen is it will just simply print, let's say it will be printing hello world, hello, right? It
yes,
will
sir.
just print this WORLD, right? Now you
Yes,
can
sir.
see where is my cursor standing at. If this was a normal print statement, print, right, as the third line, the cursor will continue to print. But it's an ln. So what happens is cursor basically moves to the next line.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Using ln, the cursor basically moves to the next line and then continues the print, right? Hello, hello, right? Space Java.
If
Cool.
you don't print any ln, it besides
Yeah,
the
see,
word.
in ln, okay. Now let's talk about this part right here, right? Do you guys think it should move to the next line or stay as it is? I say it should move to the next line because the function that we are using to print the statement is having ln at the end, right?
Yes, sir.
Whenever you are doing a print with the ln, so whatever you are trying to print gets printed, and then the cursor basically moves to the new line. So yes, it will be printing hello in the next line. Okay, so now I have changed the statement, right? Now first line is using print ln, second is print, and third is ln again. What is the output that you guys feel it should come, it should give this time? You guys can write in chat, unmute yourself and let me know. I changed the question. What is the output that this time I should get? Okay, let's have it this way. Hello, 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 Java. Yeah.
hello, Java. Yeah.
Okay. So see, first line is using print ln. So the first line hello world stays as it is, right? Stays as it is. After that, the cursor basically moves to the next line, printing hello, right? Hello. And after this hello, it's not going to move to the next line, right? Many of you guys are using a space statement also. It's not going to add a space also. It will just continue the printing after it is, right? You can see space is added if my internal statement has a space. Now, if I had this thing, the space will be printed. But if my string wasn't having a space, what will happen is, as soon as I printed the O, the next line will start to print. So this hello Java will be not printed here. It will just be printed beside the hello, right? Now you can see after this print, this statement was done with the help of ln part, right? ln part. So now the cursor basically moves to the next line, right? There is nothing to print, right? If there was something to print, the cursor would have moved to the next line. Let's try and check it whether I am correct or not, right? See, you guys can see hello world, hello. There is no space in between. Got it? The space will come if my hello internal statement itself has a space. Okay, you can see now hello and hello are having a space in between, right? So
Yes, sir.
the rule is ln print, move to the next line. Without ln print, stay where you are. Okay.
Okay, so now I got what's the difference between.
All right. Good. Okay. So yeah, I guess we are done with this problem as well. Let's 5-star is done. Star pattern is done. Welcome to Java is done. Right. Cool. So yeah, after this, basically the first assignment is complete, right? I believe. Let's quickly start with the next assignment. Okay. So for the next assignment, I have this number of days. So can you speak on yourself?
Sir, it is getting resound.
Sorry.
Can you hear?
Your voice getting double, sir.
Yeah, I know that. Someone is having. Okay. Guys, please try to keep yourself on mute. Echo in a voice. It wasn't my mic. Someone had it.
Yes, sir. Now it is fine, sir.
Yeah. Okay. See, let's have a look. Given the number of months, your task is to calculate the number of days present in the particular month, right? Now, particular month. Note: consider non-leap year. Non-leap year basically means the February will be having 28, right? Okay, so yeah, if you guys want to continue with tomorrow, we can have a discussion on it tomorrow itself, right? Today we will be discussing only this problem. Okay. No. Okay. So user task is okay. So user task, since this is a function problem, you do not have to worry about the input. You just have to complete the function number of days, which contains m as a parameter, like constraints. Okay, see, the problem statement states key it's a function program, right? But you can see in the code there is no function provided to us. So many a times you will be encountering this thing, right? But don't worry, it's basically you have to write everything from scratch. Okay, so don't just get confused, right? Is scanner taught?
So may I know
Yes.
the reason why you are using scanner?
So see, scanner is basically to take the inputs. Okay, you can see, for example, we are given an input, right? That is one. One basically means January. So the query is made with the integer value. To get the integer value from the console, Java has an API built in it, right? That uses the scanner class. Scanner class provides us with the member functions to get the values from the console, right? Okay, so just have a look. We create a scanner class named SC, right? This is basically creating a new scanner. System.in. See, it's the general way of declaring the scanner, right? You create a scanner object SC, you initialize it with the new scanner constructor, passing it in the system.in as a parameter. Now, system.in parameter basically helps scanner key. It's going to take inputs, right? It is going to use inputs, right? You can see whenever we are doing outputs, we write system.out. Got it? Now, yeah, you will be writing this scanner line several times, so just don't worry, you will be getting used to it, right? Now, after this, we need an integer value to basically check what was asked from us, right? So let's call it int m. That is m, basically representing the constraint, that is month. How do we get what value was basically what month was queried? I basically need the value of m. How do I get the value of n? As I said, scanner class gives us several methods using which we can get the value from the console, right? Let's say scanner. Now, which method helps me get the integer value? Anybody knows about it?
Yes,
Then
sir.
let me know in the
Next
chat.
int.
Okay, so next int, right? It's a member function, right? That's
Yes,
why
sir.
parenthesis at the end. So now this gave me m, right? Now what I know, see, I know Jan has how many days? Jan has
31
how many
days.
days? 31 days. February has how many days?
It's
28.
28
It's a
days.
non-leap year, right? I'm continuing. March gives me 31 again, right? Right. So April, March, April, 30. Cool. April, May. May gives me 31. Similarly, May, June, 30. Right. After that, July, 30. June, July, 31. August is equals to 31 again. Right. Coming to September, I believe is 30. It's 30. And October is 31. November is 30. Coming to December, it's 31. Now, why did I wrote every value? See, you guys were thinking, okay, we know the months, let's just jump into the code. Now, see, we need to make an observation here, right? You can see what are the individual values that we are getting as the answers, right? What is the input domain? Now, this is how you basically approach a problem. First, you go through the problem description, right? What does the problem description says? Number of months. Your task is to calculate number of days present in that particular month. So the query is based on number of months, right? How does that number basically represents? This is 1, right? Jan starting from 1 and going all till December 12th. Now, how do I know about this? Constraints, right? So can you increase pixel? Okay, yeah. Is it good now? Yeah. Okay. See, guys. So first thing is you go through the problem description always. Next is go through the constraints. Constraints are the values that your code might get, right? So we know that m is going to range from 1 to 12. Now I need to figure out what is the outputs that my code might give. What are the outputs? I need to basically return the number of days. So if I talk about the individual answers, what are the different type of answers I have? I have a 28, I have a 30, I have a 31. Agreed? Right? Agreed? Now, how can I try and solve it? Now, any approach that you guys are initially having, right? Many of you were saying that you wanted to try it on your own. So let's have a conversation together and let's try to solve it together. Okay, if else, one solution, if else, if else, if else. Yeah, cool. So what is going to be my if? First, if I can basically say if m is equals to 2. What does that mean? That basically means if the element m is pointing at the February month, I can do a simple system dot out dot print. Okay, so print ln. What should be the answer? 28, right? So after this, I can have an else if statement. Else if m is equals to I believe let's write 1 for January, right? Or m is equals to 3, or m is equals to 3, 5, right? 5, after 5 we have like 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. M is equals to 7 or m is equals to 8, right? After 8, 9, 10 and 12, right? M is equals to 10 or m is equals to 12, right? This time I can simply do a system dot out dot print ln 31, right? I can simply consider that. Okay, so 31 days are considered, 28 are considered. What is left? 38. So simple. System dot out dot print ln 30, right? So this is using if else block, right? Do you guys think the code is correct? Any issues that you guys are able to find? Okay, yeah. Yes, that's the thing, right? Line number 30. Line 30. Let's try and run it. Okay. So for the given inputs, we are getting 30, right? Let's try and change the input. Any month that you guys want to query on, basically test the case, right? September. Okay, September is 9. So let's try and run it. Okay, September gave us 30. Okay, so yeah, we'll be going to line number 13 in a minute. Let's check for February also. Is the code working correct? Yes, for February, I'm getting 28. So I can conclude, yes, code is working fine. Line number 13, you guys are not able to understand, right? Okay, line number 13 is not clear. I believe the internal m is equals to this part is not clear, right? So let's break this statement down, right? Let's break the statement down. Check test cases. Okay, so yeah, we can check that also. Let's try and submit it.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Pass. Yeah, please let me know.
Let's suppose someone give input of negative number. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So, so we haven't mentioned that in our program. So it will show 30 days.
Okay, so you are basically asking what if the month is an invalid entry, right?
Yes.
Okay. See, what happens is, firstly, that's why I told you to have a look at the constraints, right? Currently, we are writing the code that works on the given constraints. That is from 1 to 12. The values will be ranging from 1 to 12. Now, 1 to 12 is a valid input. But answering your question, let's say if M is not a valid month, what I can say is if M is less than let's say 1 or
less than equal to 0.
I basically less than 1 is the same thing, right? Or M is greater than let's say 12. I can simply do a let's say system.print, right? System dot out dot print ln. I can basically output a string that is invalid month. Cool. Now, what are the changes that I need to make in my code? I need to now just make this if statement as an if else if statement, right? Else if statement. Cool. So I hope this code should be able to handle your query as well. Let's basically try and test it. -1 is an invalid one. So let's see. Yeah, -1 gives me an invalid month. Got it? Now, does this affect my overall submission? No, because the overall entries will be in the valid range. This is just a error handling kind of situation. So it was a good doubt, right? We have to do like error handling in our codes, right? But in this case, as the constraints were predefined, right, there wasn't going to be any sort of invalid case. So that's why it wasn't a necessary part, right? Got it? Okay, so now we were discussing this line. What is this happening? See, okay, so I'm not sure whose doubt it was, but let's discuss it. See, this double lines are for an OR operator, right? This basically means OR operator, right? This basically means OR, right? This and is equals to and. So why are you putting two operators? Okay. Yeah, so let's have a discussion on that also. This is not right. See, whenever I write int a is equals to 5, right? Int a is 5. What is happening is I'm initializing a with the value 5. I'm initializing a with the value 5, right? And when I'm having double equals to, this is basically a validity check. If a is equals to b, right? A is equals to b. Okay, so a is equals to b. Got it? First one is assignment operator, and the second one is an equality operator. Okay. Now, so why are you not writing a is equals to b? Okay. See, as I said, single equal to is assignment. Single equal to is assignment. Double equal to is equality. Equality check, right? Let's say if I write a is equals to b. Now this basically means put the value of b into a, right? Okay, fine. We will be solving that problem tomorrow. Okay. Okay. See, a single equal to is assignment, double equal to is equality check. A is equals to b basically means put all the values of b into a. Put the value of b into a, right? Now, this doesn't return anything. This returns a Boolean check, right? This returns a Boolean value. Boolean value is returned. Can you let me know what are the Boolean values? What are the Boolean values? Okay. 0, 1, true, false, basically the same, right? True, TRE, true or false, right? These are the Boolean values. So whenever I'm checking for the equality, right, I basically get a true or false, right? Combining that with a let's say conditional operator. These are the conditional operators, or, and not. I hope you guys are familiar with the or concept and not concept, right? Or basically gives me a valid output if either of my values is true, right? Okay, guys, are you familiar with these operators? Please let me know in the chat. You can write familiar. Yes. Okay, so if you guys are clear with this, right, or nor operator, I believe this statement shouldn't be that much of a problem for you guys, right? If it is still bothering you, please let me know. You can unmute yourself. Let's have a conversation, right? Anybody is having any doubt in this statement, right? It is basically chaining several or conditions, right? Traditionally, we have a statement of A or B, right? But this time I'm chaining it with A or C. A, B, or C, right? So we can chain n number of operations together, right? We can like club this and make it and, right? And let's say not A, not B, right? Not A, not B, not A, not B, or not C. So what is going to be its output? Can anybody tell me what is the going to be output of this statement? Let's consider, you can consider multiple values of A, true, B, false, like you can try combinations, but what is going to be the actual value of it? Okay, so let's say if all A, if all A, B, C are true, that basically means this half is going to be true. But if all are true, this half is going to be surely a false. So combining with true and false, I get a false, right? Now let's try another case. If all are true, I get a false. All true, we get false, right? Let's do a next statement. If A is true and B is false, if A is true and B is false, what do I get in that case? A is true, B and C are false. Yeah, guys, quickly in chat. A is true, B is true, B comma C is false.
True.
Hello. Okay, some are saying true, some are saying false. Okay. See, if A is true, that basically means this statement is going to be true. If either of these or is true, so I can say the left hand part is true. Cool. Combining it with the AND operation now. Not A basically means if A was false, combining it with NOR, flip it. So makes it true. But given A is true, so combining it with NOT flips it to false. So this A NOT gives me a false. Coming to B NOT. B NOT is B is at start false, combining it with NOT makes it true. So as soon as I get any of these values as true, the whole expression becomes true. Combining that with the true, I get a resultant of true. Got it? How do we calculate the operations? All right. Now someone is asking if all are true, how is this going to be false? Okay, so let's have a look. See, if A is true, so this as soon as A is true, this gives me a true, right? Combining it with the AND, now coming, what is A initially? A initially is true. Combining it with NOT gives me a false. So this A NOT returned a false. So let me just write F for it. Combining it with the OR operations, right? So that you can see what is happening. B is true. Considering all are true, so B was true. Combining it with the NOT again turns it to a false. Right. Similar case for a C. What is the initial value of C? True. Combining it with a NOT makes it false. So this also gave me false. Right. So neither of them gave me a valid output or basically a true. So this left half can be replaced with a false. Right. Total false. So true and false. What does this gives me? False. Got it? Yeah. So this is how basically you try to solve the problems using if statements. In if statements, we can have a several check conditions, right? You can have a several check conditions combined with the conditional check operators, based on which you can render a specific chunk of code, right? This same code can be done using the switch case also, in which we can have a switch on the M, right? And we can have a switch on the M, right? It will be looking switch on the M, right? M basically capital. Now in this we can have a case, right? What can be the case? Let's write case 1. What is the answer of 1? System.out println system.out.println. For 1, I believe it is 31. Yes. Right. After the switch statement, we need a break. Why do we need a break? To basically stop the follow through, right? We need a break to basically stop the follow through. Now this is a case 2. For case 2, I can say it's a system dot out dot println 28, right? Now in a similar manner, I can have a cases for each 1, 2, 3, 4 going up till 12, right? Basically each month specifically, and then I can basically make a print statement. But whenever you are using a switch case, make sure to use a break to basically stop the follow through, right? So these are the two approaches that you can use for solving this number of days problem. I hope I am clear. Any doubts you have with the problems that we discussed, you can just let me know. You can unmute yourself and have a conversation. And if you are comfortable with the text, you can type a message. All right. Okay. So yeah, I guess we are almost out of time for the class. Can we combine case for 1, 3? Yeah. Using an OR operator, you can try and combine it similar to this, right? 1 or 3 and so solve big light sum. Yeah, we will be trying to solve big light sum tomorrow, right? As of now, it's almost 11 and we are out of time for the interview class. You guys are having 3 hour long session, so stretching it further is no good, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed today's session. I hope you guys learned something new. So this is going to be the pattern of the doubt class. Right, where you will be coming with these problems. We will be trying to discuss problem statements together, right? I am open to any query you have, any doubts, any sort of discussion that you want to make, right? Because I believe discussion is the main thing that helps us learn, right? Okay, so yeah, I will be taking your daily classes, right? If you guys have anything to share, you can let me know. If you guys want any sort of improvement with the class, you can let me know, right? It's I'm open to the feedbacks, right? If you guys want anything to be changed in the class, you can let me know, right? Okay, so my name is Jasmeet Singh. Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I guess you guys enjoyed it. Int 300b is ID same for both the variables. By ID LinkedIn ID. LinkedIn ID का क्या करोगे यार? LinkedIn ID stop करोगे? Memory address. See, no, memory address is not going to be same because both are see, memory address are not same because they are different variables, right? So yeah, that's the thing. Okay, so LinkedIn ID चाहिए तो एक काम कर दो. No, currently I'm not working. I'm like working part time at Active Job, right? I have worked past in let's say several organizations, but as of now I'm a final year student, right, at Delhi Technological University. Okay, so if you guys want LinkedIn, okay, so I shared my LinkedIn, right? Please don't stalk, don't judge. Okay. Is any type of social media like WhatsApp. Okay, I will be sharing my Discord ID with you guys. Yeah, Discord ID I can share. It's Jasmeet hash 3485. Right, 3485. So yeah, this is my Discord ID. If you guys want to get in touch, you can use this ID. You can ping me, right? I try to answer most of the problems, but sometimes if I'm busy in university work, I might not be able to give a response that quickly, but I will be surely responding to your messages. So don't worry about that, right? I won't ghost you. Okay. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for today's class, right? On that note, let's end this class, right? We will be having the class tomorrow at the same time, right? So, all right. All right, guys. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm basically ending the meet.